I'm going to be showing you a method of putting in Google Drawings into a Google Doc. So it kind of end up like this, but I'm going to show you how I got there. So you can just insert different arrows and shapes, but it gets a little messy. They kind of jump around and then they don't line up. So what I found is easier is having your cursor down here to start out so it'll insert it down below. You're going to go to Insert and then Drawing. And then within the Google Drawing little applet, you can create different arrows of different sizes and text box and different shapes like that. So I'm going to label it right away that this is going to be block B. And then I'm just going to draw a free body diagram for block B. You can choose from the line drop down, you can choose different arrows. From shapes, you could do these larger arrows if you want. So whatever you want to do as far as the design of it, but really then it's just a matter of drawing different arrows and however many forces you think are going in those directions. Now, they don't always line up perfectly. If you hold down shift, you'll get perfect angles. So like if you want to go straight down, just hold down shift while you're drawing it and it will line straight up. But anyway, we just add as many arrows as you need to. I think it would be good to put like a object, like a shape there in the middle so you can see the object. So I got like a little dot in the middle, then my arrows, and these arrows you want to label them specifically. Like if I think this is the force of gravity, well, then I can just use my normal subscript. But if I want to talk about maybe a force that the block above is putting on it, I would put like the force on B by A. Now, I'm not even sure if this is really matching the drawing anymore or the picture you're supposed to be doing. I'm just trying to give you an example of how you could draw these in size and have it make sense. Keep in mind these things are in equilibrium, and you want to be specific about those. When you get both of the drawings done, so like I would do one for block B and one for block A, then what I want you to do is I want you to circle the action-reaction pairs. And however many you think there are, circle them. So you may want to get both drawings done first. Then you can just go back. I'll just show you when we finish. It'll look something like that. And I can resize it so I can get block A's in there as well. And then I can just double click in there and go in and circle it again with any of the other shapes. So if it starts to fill it in like that, you just have to edit and make it transparent. But you can go ahead and circle or oval around, the ones that are action-reaction pairs, and that way you're kind of showing your action-reaction pair on those two different diagrams. The last thing is that they say to make it quantitative, so you can actually have real values to these. You can really calculate out the force of gravity, and so next to each of these text boxes, you can put in the real value of force, like however many newtons it is, you can put that in there. So again, this drawing does not the answer to this. I'm just trying to give you an example of how to draw it. You can put them in side by side, and then you'll have a drawing for both, and then you can submit this Google Doc on the Google Classroom. Just make sure you go to turn in so it turns it back over to me. That's it.